voting Slav TV.
Shortly after uploading my video about the possibility of multiple shooters in Las Vegas, I was contacted via email by Jessica Guin, who is this SJW author from USA Today's technology department. Jessica was interested in my Vegas shooting video, which had generated quite a bit of views at the time, just as many other videos on the same subject had done. At first I didn't think much of it at all, and I kind of assumed that she just wanted to smear my video. But then I noticed a very strange pattern of questions emerging once I had a closer look at what she was asking me. As you can see here, she clearly wasn't interested in the theories that I had presented in my Vegas shooting video, but rather her questions seemed to revolve around the dynamics of my YouTube channel. She wanted to know what my view count was for the video, how it compared to my other videos, what the reaction was, and what my opinion was on alternative media. And most strangely, she asked me whether or not I had heard anything from YouTube regarding this video. Once again, all of this seemed a little bit off to me because she seemed more interested in the analytics of my video and not the content of the video itself. Very shortly after this, we came to learn that YouTube was in fact taking down loads of Vegas shooting videos, and more frighteningly, that it was actually manipulating its search algorithms in order to prevent quote-unquote conspiracy videos from appearing in the main search results.
My own view on most of this sort of extremist things, as well as fake news in general, is that it's essentially a ranking problem. Right? We're very good at detecting what's the most relevant and what's the least relevant. It should be possible for computers to detect malicious, misleading, and incorrect information and essentially have you not see it. We're not arguing for censorship, we're arguing just take it off the page, right? Put it somewhere else, make it harder to find.
One of these articles even listed my channel as the main perpetrator of spreading fake news about the Vegas shooting, and claimed that my conspiracy video did nothing but open the door to more conspiracy videos on the subject. A few days later, I was contacted by another SJW weirdo reporter named Charlie Warzaw from BuzzFeed. Charlie also wanted to ask me a few questions about the Vegas video, and I agreed that I would answer him via email. Of course, he never followed up with me. In the meantime, I did some research and noticed that he had already released an article for BuzzFeed in which he claimed that my channel, along with many others, were nefariously spamming YouTube with conspiracy videos at a time when people were looking for reliable information on the Vegas shooting. He also stated that these conspiracy videos were only leading people further down what he referred to as the algorithm-powered video conspiracy rabbit hole. So why did this bother him and all these other leftist news outlets so much? Well, the truth is that the mainstream and legacy media is absolutely terrified about the reach that many of us here on YouTube have. They're so extremely bothered by this because they know that more and more people are questioning their shitty fake news narratives, and that more and more people are actually turning to YouTube to watch the news. In fact, the only reason that they're trying so hard to discredit and demonize alternative news is because they know that they're quickly losing their battle for information dominance. This was confirmed to us a few days later after James O'Keefe of Project Veritas released a secret video of a YouTube employee who admitted to shifting the search algorithms in favor of major news sources while burying independent channels such as Alex Jones and making them less visible in the search results.
This shelf of videos from news partners is legitimate news because we know that these are legitimate news organizations. And if at that point somebody decides they're going to scroll past that and go find Alex Jones, well, they were looking for him to begin with anyway.
Since most of us knew that this was actually going on, it really doesn't come as a surprise at all. But the question still remains: what kind of criteria does YouTube use to decide which kind of content should be hidden? After releasing my Vegas video, I noticed an extremely sharp decrease in views for the two videos that I had released afterwards, despite the fact that my subscriber base is continually growing. Just to give you guys an example, in the past my average viewership within the first 2 hours of uploading would be anywhere between 7,000 and 10,000 views. But now it takes me more than 24 hours just to get the same amount. Normally my videos would reach a certain amount of views in a day, and then they would go up and slowly even out in regular intervals. After looking into the analytics for my latest video on Harvey Weinstein, I found that the video views suddenly and sharply plummeted 2 hours in without any kind of explanation, and that there was minimal viewership the next day. Mark Dice also brought up this sudden view plummeting phenomenon in his video, and as you can see, the sudden drop-off is almost identical in his example, leading me to believe that this was in fact caused by an intentional change in YouTube's algorithm. So when I tell you guys that I'm actually being screwed by YouTube, I really mean it. And I'm not just saying it so you can throw me Patreon money like a lot of these alt-light channels which keep bitching about demonetization. Obviously you're getting demonetized, most of us are, but at least you still have the capability of reaching your audience. All of this aside, I basically just wanted to show you guys that all the censorship and all the talk about destroying alternative media is in fact very real. And I know that in the very near future it's going to start affecting more and more of you out there on YouTube. At the same time, I definitely know that alternative media is making the mainstream and legacy media crap its pants, and that the large-scale censorship is only an indicator to us that we are in fact winning this war.